Ashley, and today I'm showing you guys my vacation makeup routine. So this is waterproof, sweat-proof, heat-proof, humidity-proof, beach-proof, sun-proof, basically summer-proof. Now this is a super glam look because y'all know I'm super duper extra. So this is very glam. This is full coverage. This is, you know, if you don't have the type of skin where you can skip the foundation or skip the concealer or skip the powder or skip all three, then this is going to be that full coverage glam summer look that you can wear to the beach, to pool parties, to a girls' night out, for dancing, whatever you want to do. You're not going to sweat your makeup off. If you accidentally happen to fall under some water, you're okay. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new uploads. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know what looks you would like to see up next. And without further ado, let's hop right in. So I'm going to start off with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I just rub my fingers into the product, and I'm going to put this on my T-zone. I'm literally recreating the look that you guys saw when I fell into the pool in Ibiza.
You guys, I just fell underwater. Guess whose makeup is still on? Vacation makeup tutorial is coming soon, I promise.
And for that look, I did, hold on, I'm locating some products. I did use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer for that look. I do have another summer look in which I don't use primer because Sir John, which is Beyonce's makeup artist, actually said that he doesn't use primer on Beyonce when she performs on stage. So if you want to see my other summer makeup routine, which is like my no makeup look, then give this video a big thumbs up. What I'm gonna do is take this is a Ruby Kisses concealer brush. I picked it up from a store called Image in the mall, but I'm just gonna go underneath my brow, and this is honestly the same brow routine that I've done for like years now. I haven't switched up my brow routine at all. So I'm just going underneath, there we go, just like that. And I'm gonna go on the other side and do the same thing. I'm gonna go underneath my brow. And I carve underneath my brow first with a cream foundation stick, not a concealer or a foundation, because the cream foundation stick is just a lot thicker. It does not budge at all. Wherever you put it, that's where it's gonna be. And it helps me see like the shape of my brow so that I can fill it in and then clean it up at the top, and boom, my brows are done. So we're gonna go in with my absolute favorite product for my brows, and this is budge proof, waterproof, smudge proof. I am a terrible product manager, so the words rubbed off, but this is Queen Cosmetics brow pomade in the shade medium brown. So I stand for Queen Cosmetics. This is honestly the best brow pomade that I've tried. I do have Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade, and I do have like the Maybelline brow pomade. I've tried a lot of pomades actually, you guys, and this is the second jar in which I've hit hit glass on, I guess that's what you would say, instead of hit pan on. I actually ordered 2 more, and I ordered 2 more of their foundation sticks, which I use to clean up the top of my brows. But I was on Twitter, and Queen Cosmetics is actually woman of color owned, and I saw some advertisements. Well, actually it wasn't even an advertisement. I saw a video of somebody who was wearing the brow pomade, and she like swiped her brows and the product didn't come off, and I'm like, oh, okay, so let me go on and order like 5. So I went on and ordered the brow pomade. I've never gotten PR from them or free products from them. I have communicated with the owner, and she said she's getting like the boxes and stuff together for PR products, because I've shouted Queen Cosmetics out like multiple times, and I think I think she's noticed by now, because she's like DM'd me and asked me for my address for PR. But I'm not saying this because this is PR. This is, I want to say, the 3rd pomade that I've purchased, and I have 2 more coming. So I absolutely love this pomade. It is amazing. It is thick. It is like creamy and it goes on so well. And you don't have to get medium brown if that's too dark for you. She has different shades. And I just like it because it's like really budge proof. Like once you put it on, it's not going anywhere. And the consistency of it is just really, really, really easy to work with. I just, oh, I stand. I love it so much. But I will say, just a disclaimer, since I've always purchased the products, I've never had any of the Queen Cosmetics products sent to me as, you know, Ashley Devonna or whatever. I have noticed that when I go and order them online, because you can only order them online. When I go to order them, I notice that my shipping label is created like extremely quickly, like snap of a finger quickly, but my products don't get to me until like a couple weeks later, maybe even a little longer. This time I just placed an order, I think the day after 4th of July, and I paid for like more standard shipping. I think it was like 12 or 14 bucks. So we'll see if it gets to me any faster. I'll definitely let you guys know, keep you guys updated. But that's the only thing that I've noticed about Queen Cosmetics is the shipping takes a while. You might even feel like, am I gonna get my order? But as soon as you realize like, hey, I placed a Queen Cosmetics order, it arrives. So that's kind of like the one thing that I've noticed. But like the products, the quality, amazing. Like 12 out of 10. I definitely recommend. You really just have to like be able to deal with the shipping. I'm not sure why the shipping is like that. Maybe she needs a certain amount of orders to ship. I really don't know. I really don't know. Maybe she needs a certain amount of orders to ship out before she ships everything out. Maybe it's a post office thing. I have no clue, dude. But I love the products. So what I'm doing now is taking their cream foundation stick in the shade Warm Tan, and I'm like out of this. It's gone. Rest in peace. So hopefully my order comes before I completely run out of this, because I'm going to be digging in this until it's all gone. But I'm actually going to be using this to clean up the top of my brows. And I actually have another brush that I use for this, and I cannot find it. It's literally right here. Wowza. Wow, Ashley. Wow. I was looking all over for this brush right in front of my face. Love that for me. Okay, so I actually use this brush, which is a Morphe M224 brush. And it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit of a bigger concealer brush. Covers a lot more surface area, if you will. And so I just like to use this to carve out the top or clean up the top of my brow, because it only takes a few swipes of this to get my brow cleaned up, and then I can move on. See? Boom. What I also like to do is go underneath my brow and just make sure everything is like, make sure everything's crispy. There we go. And then I go underneath my brow on the other side as well. Okay. And we're going to be putting eyeshadow on. Foundation is up next, but we are going to be doing like eyeshadow too. So I'm going to bring this product down just to blend it out, so that when I apply my foundation, everything just blends in really seamlessly. And then we're gonna blend this product up as well. I'm trying to see, I know brows are like sisters and not twins, but I'm trying to get them to be like as similar as possible. At least I want them to kind of like arch in the same place, you know? Because I haven't gotten my brows done since before I left for Spain. So about a month. I usually get them done like once a month. Okay, so I have a little bit of a hair sticking out over here, but you know, everything can't be perfect, but I feel like for the most part this is pretty good. So let me see. I have my body blender here. I have cleaned it, but it is like a little bit kind of like broken down. I have like a little crack in it. But I don't want to get a new one because sometimes new body blenders play you, and I'm not trying to get played like in front of all of you guys. Not today. Not today. What time is it? Oh, it's paper title. Not today. So I'm actually going to get up and add some pretty warm water to this and wring it out, because a damp beauty blender is one thing. Well, a damp body blender is one thing. But you know what is even better? A warm, damp body blender. Your products literally melt into your face. Trust me. I'll be right back. Don't miss me too much. So I'm back and we're about to put on our foundation. This is my magic foundation combination. So I use the NARS foundation. This is in the shade Carcass. And I also use the Born This Way foundation. And this is in the shade Butter Pecan. If it will focus. Can you focus? Can you focus? It's kind of an awkward hand position, honestly. Can you focus? Can you focus? Butter pecan, butter pecan, butter pecan. Okay, cool. I actually have a little bit of Born This Way chai. I think it's upside down. Is it upside down? I don't know. It won't focus. Close enough. I did get a tan. Just wanted to mention that I have that shade as well. Just in case I need to add a little bit of it to match my my new tan or whatever. So I kind of use the booty of the body blender, the flat part, and we're actually just going to press this into our skin. And mind you, this is warm and this is damp. And I just like to press, 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 press. Press, 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 press. Cardi don't need more press. Press. Ding dong. Ding dong. That's my favorite part of that song. I'm not a big fan of the song, but I do like the ding dong part. Very funny. Doja Cat did a... Doja Cat was on live and she was singing it and she was like, ding dong. Okay, so I'm gonna add just like a couple of pumps, like literally 2 pumps of chai, just so my face like really matches my bod. I used to use chai when I wasn't chai, and I really needed to use butter pecan, but now I'm a lot more chai. So I just added a couple of pumps. And the trick here is to just really press. Like, I know I was singing the song and being obnoxious, but seriously, you want to press, 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 press. You really want to press. A lot of times people will use like body blenders or beauty blenders that are dirty and or kind of like dry, and then like swipe. Don't swipe, press. You really want to like gently press, 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 press. Cardi don't need more press. Walk in bulletproof vest. You want to press, 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 press. Really go around pressing. And when you feel like you've pressed enough, press some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to become one with the press. This is quite a long time to be talking about pressing, so we're almost done. We're almost done. But this is the important part. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes it sweat-proof. This is what makes it waterproof. Everything is really melting into your skin here. And you're shearing the product out by using not just a damp, but also a warm body blender. So I feel like we've pressed enough. Let's move on. The concealer combination that has been working wonders for me lately is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. There we go. What shade is that? It's in the shade NC45. You know the shade that MAC employees say that all the black girls are? I got this in a concealer shade. Good times. And then I'm also going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. I hope you guys don't mind my makeup not being like... I hope you guys don't mind my makeup being a little dusty, a little dirty. I travel with this, so I need to just clean everything off. But Kevyn Aucoin, it's in the shade SX11. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our concealer brush and we're going to take some out of the jar and we're gonna put it on the back of our hands. Now, Kevin Aquan, she is a thick girl, okay? Thick. She is thick. She walks with a limp. Okay, so I'm gonna use the back of my body blender actually. And I put this on the back of my hand. I'm gonna mix the two products together, but before I do that, the darkness under my eyes kind of comes and goes. Love that for me. I got a new eye cream from my dermatologist that we're hoping will fade the darkness so that it kind of matches the improvement I've seen with the rest of my complexion. So I have an appointment set for like 6 weeks from now. But for now, we're going to add a little bit of orange corrector. And I apply this over the foundation because, you know, I would apply it before I put my foundation on and it would just turn my foundation orange. So putting it over the foundation, the concealer's coming right up next and then the powder. So it just flows a little bit better for me. Plus the way that I apply my concealer is the same way that I apply my foundation. I press. And actually press not just underneath the eye, but I also just bring it around the entire eye. So the lid, everything. It just helps to work as an eyeshadow primer as well. But I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the Kevin Aquan for not just the color, but also the coverage. Again, Kevin Aquan is super thick. It's like a super thick and creamy concealer. And it really gives you a lot of coverage. And using the damp body blender is really gonna sheer that product out for you. So you're not going to be looking like super cakey at all whatsoever. You're gonna be looking really, really sheer. Okay. And just know that if you feel like, oh, I put a little too much on, just keep pressing and just like spread the product out further so that you can sheer it out. That's the best bet for you, honestly. But for me, I actually like to have, like, I like to feel like I have that coverage. And I know this is like a vacation look, but this is a glam vacation look. I'm very extra. And I love to take pictures while I'm on vacation. For the Spain trip, I actually didn't hire a photographer. My friend who came on the trip with me, Yuna, she is literally a nurse. And we were taking pictures of each other and we were flabbergasted at the quality. Give this video a thumbs up if you would like a Instagram picture, kind of like walkthrough, I guess. Telling you about the camera that I use to take Instagram pictures, picking out my outfits, poses, scouting locations, how to edit without Photoshop because I don't even know how to use Photoshop. So yeah, if you like my Instagram pictures, give this video a thumbs up so I know you guys would like to see a video behind the scenes of Instagram pictures. I think that'd be cool. I've seen some of you like request that, but just let me know. So yeah, I'm just sharing this out, but what I was saying is I do like to do glam looks while I'm on vacation. I don't have the type of skin where I can go without foundation and concealer and powder and stuff like that. For me, it's like either my no makeup look, a really glam look, or no makeup at all. That's pretty much how I roll. And I definitely do not wear makeup every single day, but if I'm going to be doing makeup, it's going to be clean cut, precise. It's going to be sheared out. It's going to be glam. So even my no makeup look has elements of like glam to it with the highlight and the lashes. Ugh. I like to wipe my brush off that I use to set before each use. This is the Morphe R10 brush and I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible powder. This is in the shade 500 Sun Beige. If you hear dogs barking, you know, let's just pretend that it adds character to the video, okay? I feel like dogs, they have their own need to converse just like us, and they've been trapped in the house all day. Not here. There are no dogs here. You know, these other dogs, they've been trapped in the house all day and they have really been needing to talk about the hot gas. So if you hear dogs barking, you know, let's just pretend like you don't. I would rather get the content out and there's a lot of barks in the background than to just wait for the dogs to stop barking, because we'll be waiting forever. When it comes to like apartment complexes, even in neighborhoods, because you know, my dad has a dog. My dad has Pebbles. That is my dad's dog. I know there's this misconception because she loves me so much that Pebbles is my dog, but she's not. I've noticed in like complexes and even neighborhoods, like a lot of people have dogs. So barking isn't anything uncommon. It's just not the most fun thing to hear when you're filming, but what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really just like living in the environment. We're really being like authentic here. Now that I've set my face, I set pretty much where I put the MAC Pro Longwear and the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer, and now I'm gonna go in with my absolute favorite. I honestly feel like this has magic powers. I wouldn't be surprised because it's Rihanna. But this is the Fenty Beauty Banana Powder, the Pro Filter Powder. I'm actually going to use this powder puff. I stopped using my damp body blender. For a while I was using my damp body blender and I was dipping it into the powder and like pressing it into my under eyes and letting it bake. Now we're still gonna bake. I feel like there's just magic in this technique, okay? Don't question me. I feel like there's magic in it. I don't know how, but I'm just saying, that's what I feel. But I use this powder puff and I apply powder. I'll dip it into the product like so, but then I don't put all of this on my face. I tap it off on a paper towel and then I apply it to my face. So I'm just using the powder puff, and I have found that when I use the powder puff, I just get the best results. Like, my skin looks so good. It does not look cakey, y'all. I swear it doesn't. It looks really flawless and it just looks really, really good. And you just want to set that in all the places where you either put your concealer or where you tend to get oily or your products tend to like crease up on you. So oily right here, creasy right here. But I put the concealer all these other places, kind of, sort of. So definitely focusing that under the eyes. You're gonna look kind of crazy, but that's okay. I have this water bottle, well, this canteen, I guess. I think it's like 64 fluid ounces. But I have the hiccups. So, how many fluid ounces is this? I don't know. So we're moving on to the eyes. Mind you, I do have the hiccups right now. I'm hoping that they just kind of like go away if we just don't pay any attention to them. Let's just ignore it. What hiccups? So I'm gonna take this domed brush and I'm pressing that into, oh my gosh. It's okay, I'm okay. I'm pressing that into my eyelid. I picked up this white concealer from Morphe, and it's not even eyeshadow base. It's literally a concealer, but I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow base. And like I said, we are going to be, what did I say? What did I even say what we're gonna do? Oh, we're gonna be recreating the look that I did when I was in Ibiza, but you know, you don't necessarily need this white eyeshadow. You don't necessarily need this white eyeshadow base, but it is going to make your makeup look really, your eye makeup is gonna make it look a little bit more vivid. And we're just gonna blend that in by pressing. Ding dong. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder on this domed brush, and I'm just going to press that into my lid. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm setting that concealer. For me, since I have wrinkly lids and not like really smooth lids, I found that setting my concealer or setting my eyeshadow base is really, really good in preventing it from kind of like smearing all over the place. The eyeshadow still comes out vivid if it kind of smears all over the place. but if I personally don't set it, it kind of defeats the purpose. So I am going to take this Morphe M504 brush, and like I said, I'm recreating this look, so I'm going to be using the palette that I used when I was in Ibiza, which is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. The Natasha Denona Sunset palette. There are 3 browns that I used. My monitor is kind of backwards, so I used this brown and this brown and this brown. So I'm taking the Morphe M504 brush, kind of tapping off the excess a little bit, and I'm going to press, oh, hold on. There we go. I'm pressing this into my outer corner, my crease, and then I'm bringing this up to my brow. And I'm doing this technique that I learned from Makeup Shayla, actually. And it looks a little crazy at first, but trust me on this, okay? If you have a lot of lid space, then give this look a try. You might like give this eyeshadow style a try. I noticed that it looks really good because I do have a lot of lid space. So I'm gonna use circular motions after pressing the product, and I'm just using circular motions to blend this product all the way from the outer corner. I'm just blending this, like sweeping it outwards. You see, sweeping it outwards, just using, again, circular motions, and then I'm sweeping it inwards and up into the beginning portion of my brow. And this is where my nose contour is gonna start. So you can bring it up all the way up here and all the way out here, like a little bit past the tail of your eyebrow. See how it kind of like fades and dissipates all the way out here? You really wanna focus on blending. Sorry if I'm looking down. I'm looking at the monitor. My screen, like my viewfinder, goes black when I turn the monitor on. So this is the only way I can see myself. So I'm gonna move on to the other eye. I really want these hiccups to go away, but I kind of feel like with time, it's just gonna like go away. In the meantime, let's enjoy the dog conversation, because they are really beefing it up over there. Let me get some water real quick. Does holding your breath work? Let's see. I think they're gone. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna move on to the next color, and we switch to the M535 Morphe brush. So I'm just going to again pat this color on, and I'm kind of placing it a little bit underneath that first color, and we're going to use an even smaller brush for the last like darker shade, and we're going to pat, and then we're going to blend, and then we're going to cut the crease. So I'm going to use circular motions again, and I'm just going to blend up to the brows. Wow, who let the dogs out? Okay, this is the BRC N06 brush. This is from Coastal Scents. I'm not sure if they still have this brush, but I will say it's kind of like a small blending brush. It has like kind of like spiky ends or whatever, spiky bristles. It's not as like densely packed, and it's just a little bit smaller in size, so you can really focus on a specific area. So I'm putting the darkest brown on this brush, and I am patting, focusing more so on the outer corner because I'm gonna blend it anyway. So it's gonna be blended up into the brow just like all the other colors, and I'm just pressing. Press, 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 press. Okay, now that I'm done pressing, I am going to use the same brush. I wipe my brushes off on a paper towel before I go in and use them for like blending out and creating like circular motions and windshield wiper motions. So I wiped this off on my paper towel, and I'm just going in circular motions, and I'm trying not to make this like really sloppy and blend this out, you know, too much. But like I said, you don't want any lines of demarcation. You want everything to be really smooth and blended out and smoked out. Are they fighting at this point? I'm just a little confused. So now I'm taking the Morphe M224 brush. This is that concealer brush that I use to clean up the top of my brows. And I put more of that white concealer on the back of my hand because we are going to carve out my mobile lid. So I need a mirror. Here we go. 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 So I'm going to take the brush. I coated it on both sides because I don't really like to add more product as I'm focusing. But what I'm going to do is kind of like tilt my head back a little bit. And I do kind of squint my eyes. But I'm going to find my crease. So here is my crease, right? I'm gonna drag this down. So you stamp it and then you drag it. And then what I'm gonna do is press my brush into my crease area. Just not even press, y'all. Stamp is a better word. I'm gonna stamp this white concealer onto my mobile lid, and I'm gonna follow my crease. And this is just gonna carve out my lid so there's a distinction between like the shadows that I blended on and the eyelid color that I'm going to apply. Because the eyelid color that I'm going to apply is actually a shimmery one. And then I'm going to carry this, I'm going to continue stamping as I go outward towards the outer corner. And then I just kind of like sweep. So I'm going to stop there. And I'm gonna coat my brush with a little bit more of the white concealer, and we're gonna hold our breath and do it again on the other side. So kind of tilt my head back, squint my eye, find my crease, which is like right here, stamp and pull down. And then I'm just going to stamp this concealer on. Ooh. I'm gonna switch between these two brushes, and I'm going to I'm gonna take this color right here and the darkest color, which is on the opposite side, the darkest brown, and we're gonna take these two browns and we're gonna press them into the outer corner. Now this is what's going to create a really pretty eye shape and eye look for us. We're going to press. Now, when we do this, y'all, make sure that you are pressing, and we're going to press it in and bring it downwards, kind of like a Miss Pac-Man. So it's gonna come downwards at this angle, and then we're gonna go up at this angle. Downwards at this angle. So down like this at an angle, literally like my brush is creating the angle right now. And then we're gonna go up at this angle. Both eyes, and just press. Do not, I repeat, do not swirl, do not circular motion, do not windshield wipe, just press. Right now, you just want to press. If you swirl, if you windshield wipe, if you circular motion, it's going to smear this base, and that's not what we want. We do not want a smeared base. And when you press the product in, that's going to create that really like well put together, really vivid, there we go, really vivid color payoff. When you blend stuff out, you really are like kind of shearing the product out when you're blending it out. So now I'm taking the smaller brush and the darker color, and I'm going in and doing the same thing, pressing it in that Miss Pac-Man shape. And when we're pressing, start right here, like right where your eye ends, start right there. Okay, so now I'm going back in with the M535 brush, and be careful with this, y'all, because you've done a lot of pressing, so there's a lot of product on your eyes. But what I'm doing is taking circular motions, and I'm holding the brush literally so loosely, and I'm just going in with circular motions to blend out the edges of the shadow that I pressed in. Because again, we don't want any harsh lines, we don't want any lines of demarcation, we want everything to be really smooth and seamless. Again, I'm really sorry about the dogs barking. Dog owners over here assume that we all want to hear their dogs barking, and we do not. The show must go on. So I'm gonna take my Morphe concealer brush, and I'm just going to blend this base out. As you can see, it's a little tacky, so it's not super liquidy like it was earlier. And we're going to just blend this, pressing it and like blending it outwards, because we are going to put a shimmery gold, you know how I am. We're gonna put a shimmery gold shadow on top of this base. And the more blended out it is, the more, you know, vivid and pigmented our gold base is gonna go on. And then you kind of wanna like just press this area right here in between, what is this called? Like the inner corner, and just like bringing it upwards so that you don't have like a really harsh line right there. So when you apply your shadow, it just goes on as though it's like effortless, seamless, really smooth. Like you want this whole look to kind of look like really glam and smoked out, blended out. So I'm taking the Morphe M167 brush and my Fix Plus, and I'm gonna go into this color right here and this gold right here. So this gold and this gold. So we're gonna take the M535 and we're going to press a little bit more of this dark brown right in this outer corner. We're just gonna press just a little bit more. Now I'm gonna take the e.l.f. cream liner. It's in the shade, I think black is black, some kind of black. And I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M149 brush. And this is kind of like a pointer brush, pointy brush. Here's what we're gonna do, because we're not gonna create a wing because we don't have time for all of that. We're on vacation, okay? We don't have to focus on these things. We're going to press or stamp, whichever word you like better. Press or stamp this onto the lash line. I really wish I could make this a voiceover, but I can't talk that talk, doggy. So now I'm gonna add some mascara. This is the Lancome Monsieur. And then I'm gonna put on a fresh pair of my favorite lashes. These are, if they would focus, these are my AliExpress E11s. Hopefully our dog friends got everything off their chest, because I really would like to finish this. So I cut a little bit more off, and now I'm gonna go into the literal best lash glue on the market. Focus. The Absolute New York adhesive. This is in the shade black, or the color black, and I actually have it in clear as well. So I get it from ikatehouse.com. This is literally the best lash glue. I have fallen into the pool, like literally underwater, submerged with this lash glue. My lashes came still intact. I have jumped off of a building. My lashes were still intact. This lash glue is literally indestructible. So highly recommend, 12 out of 10 recommend. I'm just going to hold this with my tweezers, hold my mirror, tilt my head back, push my natural lashes down, stick that lash right in the center, pick it up, stick it right on the end, pick it up, blink if you need to, and then stick it right in that inner corner. But make sure that that lash is secure. Boom, it's on. I don't know if we need to do a lot of fanning with this one. So let's just press this one down, plop it right in the center. Yes. Make sure it's secure. I got a little bit of lash glue on my inner corner, but it's okay, we're gonna fix that. So we're gonna take our body blender and we're gonna take our Fix Plus and we're gonna spray. We're gonna spray. And I'm just going to press that body blender in to really pick up that powder. And this is going to, you know, do a little bit more of a sheer. So you want to check and make sure that your hands don't have any product on them, because I'm going to go in with my liner. This is the Essence Silky Nude Liner. And I'm going to put, I'm going to put this right in my waterline. I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is in the shade NC. This is in the shade NC43. So I'm gonna take the same brush that I used for the L'Oreal Infallible powder, and I'm just going to press that into the same areas that I put my concealer. I'm gonna bring it a little bit down my nose. I'm gonna put it around my nose, a little bit on my forehead. But I really wanna make sure that I have it underneath my eyes. I really want this part to be set. Okay, so now that that's set, I'm gonna take this Real Techniques, I believe this is the powder brush, yeah, the powder brush, and I'm actually gonna go into the Black Radiance True Complexion palette. This is their light to medium palette. This is what it looks like. And I'm gonna take the contour and sculpt shades, so both of them. Just kind of like run my brush in it just like that. And I'm just going to swirl onto like where my tragus is right here. I'm gonna start there and just kind of like swirl it and bring it up a little bit onto like kind of like onto the apples of my cheeks, kind of. I'm gonna go underneath my bottom lip, and I'm really gonna focus over here on the temples and right above my brows. Now I'm using this to just like warm up my face, bronze up my face. This isn't a contour. I'm gonna take this brush. This is a Morphe E4 brush, and I'm gonna go in with my other MAC powder. This is NW45. So this is still the Studio Fix, but it's just NW45. And I'm focusing that right on like the outermost part, closer to my tragus and just like the outside of my face. And then I'm just going to put the remainder of that product onto my nosy wosy. I'm gonna go back into the Black Radiance palette, and I'm gonna take these Morphe brushes. This is the M6 brush. I'm gonna go into Sculpt, which is the second one, which is right here. I need to get another one of these palettes. I bought it at Target, in case you guys were wondering. And I am going to create a line from my brow, like where that powder is, where that shadow is, that eyeshadow that we blended all the way up to our brow. I create 2 lines, like a C shape going inwards facing each other. And then I create a line on my nose, like on the tip of my nose, going back and forth like that. And then place the excess product underneath my nose. It kind of, I don't know, gives it like a little tiny bit of a lift, just a little tiny bit, nothing life altering. And then I just take this brush, which is an M0, and this is a part of the Brittany Bear collection. She came out with like a nose contouring kit. These 2 brushes are a part of that. And then I just take the M0 and blend that shadow, that eyeshadow, into the contour of the nose. So I want, you know, just like my eyeshadow, I want smooth lines on my nose as well. I don't want anything to be too harsh. So I'm going back into my brows and making hair-like strokes, just like right in the front. Any place that we've like lost that brow hair definition to that eyeshadow. I applied a little bit of mascara while our furry friends were back there causing a ruckus and making a bunch of noise, causing a riot. I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I picked this up from the Morphe store. You can get it at Ulta as well and on the Morphe website. I really like it. It has a really consistent like spray, so it doesn't saturate your face. Okay, so we have a couple more steps to go and then we're almost done. I'm gonna go in with my Lorac Unzipped Gold palette, and we are going to take the color, I believe it's called Undressed, and we're gonna put this right in the inner corner. I'm gonna take my favorite highlighter at the moment. It is Tiara by MTF Cosmetics. Ooh. It is a loose highlighter, so a little bit goes a long way. I kind of flip it over and then unscrew it and take the product from the lid. So I'm going to be using 2 brushes. I'm gonna use the Smith brush, which is a 230 brush, and this Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. I'm gonna spray both with my Fix Plus and then wipe it off just a little bit on a paper towel so that it's not oversaturated. I'm gonna dip this into the lid, and I like to kind of turn the brush on the side. This is for my nose. I turn the brush on the side just a little bit and run this down the bridge of my nose. And then I run this on the very top of my nose and on the sides. Boom. You can bring this up just a little bit more, but I don't bring it any further than between my brows. That's it for the nose. And now we're going to go on to the cheekies. So I go in circular motions, and I like to smile when I do this, just because it lets me know like where to put my highlight, and it gives you that glow from within look. It makes you look really radiant and really healthy and really glowy. So I put this on my forehead, but I don't bring it on my entire forehead. I just keep it like right above my brows. So I'm going to actually blend this backwards a bit so that it kind of meets right here. Blend it backwards so that it meets with the cheeky highlight. And I'm just gonna smile a little bit more. Laugh. And just really use circular motions to blend that out. I really want it to look like I'm glowing from within. I don't want it to look like I just set a bunch of highlighter on my face. So I'm gonna kind of like dust my nose and go back and forth a little bit. Boom, highlights on. Camera battery is dying, but we have tons of backups. If it dies, I'll just replace it, but we're gonna keep going until it dies. So I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Spray. Be very careful with this, okay? Only put this, actually, you know what? I'm gonna spray this on my body blender. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spray it on our body blender, and then we're going to pat the back of our hand. See how the back of our hand is like a little, has a little luminous glow to it? I'm gonna like press that very gently on all the places that I applied my highlight, so that it has that glow from within look. So I'm not spraying it directly onto my face. I'm actually going to use more of the continuous spray for my entire face. Now we're gonna do my signature nude glossy lip. So I'm starting off with Chestnut by MAC. I don't really like to overline my lips. I just kind of follow my natural lip line. And then we're gonna go into the NYX Lip Lingerie. This is in Baby Doll. Yeah, this is in Baby Doll. This is like a velvety matte. Then we're gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Butterscotch. Ooh. Now I'm gonna take Cork by MAC. Oh, y'all, I'm infamous for mixing chestnut with cork, because sometimes like chestnut can't do what cork can do and cork can't do what chestnut can do. You gotta use both. I feel like I used a little bit too much at the top though, but it's okay. And then this is the Morphe gloss in the shade Flower Crown. Do you see how this like brown just fades into this nude, dude? Okay, if you want to be a little bit more luminous and a little bit more dewy, you can go in with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Keywords, buzzwords. Do not use this all over your face. Spray this where your highlight is, and spray this in areas where you don't typically get oily. For me, it's like my cheeks, so. That's it. This is the look. I'm gonna add a little bit more spray to this because I look amazing. Goodness gracious, I look phenomenal. Hot girl summer alert, hot girl summer alert. Okay guys, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed my vacation makeup routine. Again, give this video a big, huge thumbs up if you like makeup content from me and if you would like to see more. And leave me a comment down below letting me know what colors, what looks, what styles you guys would like to see up next. And until next time, stay beautiful. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.